Welcome to the Oconus Brief for Friday. Doing a little bit different a show today. Doing it here from the cockpit of my vehicle, and it deserves a little bit more attention than just a written brief as we normally do. As everyone knows, Putin and the Russians have invaded Ukraine, and we're dealing with the consequences of that and watching world powers wrestle via instruments of state with what is transpiring there. What's evolving there is more than just the Ukraine being invaded. We're watching Putin and the Russians challenge the world order and what's been in place since about World War II, most definitely since the Cold War. So we need to take stock in that. We need to examine and think, what are the second and third order of effects that are occurring from a Ukrainian invasion? What can we anticipate as lead-on or follow-on problems? One of the most dangerous parts of this invasion is the fact that Putin believes that this war and the potential for a third world war can be fought with ones and zeros. That means that he is very willing and ready to execute cyber warfare. And cyber warfare's consequence could be larger military action, larger military involvement from NATO and the United States. Much of what's going on, I think everybody knows, is the perception of a divided and weaker America is a moniker or example and representation of a weaker West. And as long as that continues to be the case, folks like Putin and the Russians, Xi and the Chinese, the Koreans, as well as the Iranians, will test the waters to see what they can get away with. We need to be on guard for that. And on a personal level, what's going on, the cyber attacks, that's a for real thing. That could be a step that Putin takes to mitigate what's happening with the intentional sanctions being put in place by Biden and the rest of the world against Russia because of their military action in the Ukraine. A lot of these things are going to be unraveling and evolving. A lot of this information will be dated by the time it reaches you, but I think it's important to bring up that you need to be thinking about the second and third order of effects as well. Do you believe that Putin's designs are only for the Ukraine? What's this about? Really question. Get behind questioning what these moves are. What's the real target of invading the Ukraine? I suggest to you that it's not limited to, nor could be ignored, that he's trying to attack the world order, to readjust the world order, to realign different parties to considering the power that he can wield and other nations can wield. Thanks again for joining me for this Oconus Brief. Special video presentation. Be watchful, stay on top of it, look at the developments. We're hoping it stays in favor of the West, but there's a lot up in the air right now. Thanks again. You can join us at Battle Lab, www.battlelab.us. Find us on Patreon as well as Facebook and Twitter. We're all those sources for you. Have a great day.